Hi guys, welcome to long video number 6 where I talk about my IIM years and what I learned from there. Keep watching. Hi guys, welcome to long video number 6. I can't believe I've reached video number 6 all because of you guys, because you have supported these long videos. So I keep doing them. Things that have happened to me in life and my real lessons from it that I wish someone told me when I was young, like you are, right? But before that, I wish and hope that all you guys are safe, your families are safe. Those who are unwell, I hope they recover soon. These are tough times. I hope they end soon and better days come again. Yes. So last long video I left with my admission into IIM Ahmedabad. मैंने आपको बताया कि कैसे मैं एक पब्लिक एसटीडी बूथ से धूप में मैंने फ़ोन किया, मुझे पता लगा मेरा IIM Ahmedabad में हो गया है. एंड देन there I was, somebody who never thought I will get into IIM Ahmedabad, and I got in there, and I thought I'll talk about my IIM journey. IIM journey is so big that I can actually make many videos on it, but you know, I should learn how to pack it all in one video. So I'll try to. Obviously it will not cover all aspects, but you know, those 2 years at IIM Ahmedabad, I would say were the most transformative years of my life. My whole personality changed, the person I am changed, the way I think changed, and I think maybe it was just the age at which I went there. I was maybe 21, relatively young to go to MBA school, or I don't know, maybe I finally had 2 hits in a row, in the sense like I'd gone through IIT and I'd gone through IIM. So I think it's like 2 shots of self-confidence that I lacked while I was growing up in life. I always was underconfident, but when you get into IIM, when you get into IIT, you feel like nahi yaar, kuch to hai mere mein. And you know, I think the IIT shot worked to an extent, but the IIM and IIM Ahmedabad admission was like, wow, okay, everything I've thought about myself is wrong. Maybe I'm not that bad, maybe I don't suck, maybe the fears that are there in my head when I talk to someone or I feel like I'm fake or something, it's not true. I know how to do certain things. I know how to, I don't know, figure out some kind of success for myself that a lot of people want. I can get it. And I'm not being modest and all here. I knew that I'm smart, but I knew that I'm not like super smart. And I knew it for a fact after being 4 years at IIT. You see some of the smartest people on the planet. So, but still I felt I have something in me that I can crack, and I am in Ahmedabad at that time. So was that good? It is good to be confident, for sure. It's not very good to be overconfident, but I always say this: it is better to be overconfident than underconfident. Think about it. Of course, the best thing is to have the right amount of confidence. But if the balance has to tip, I'd rather be overconfident than underconfident. Because underconfidence means you will not even try things. Underconfidence means you will always hide. You will always be in the shadows. Overconfidence means, yeah, you will do some stupid things. You will do some crazy risks. But the chances of success also improve. And I think my IIM admission, if I'm being totally honest, at that age, I was very young and I was like, I got into IIM Ahmedabad that first attempt. Most of you know, it's very difficult. And even now it's very difficult. And I felt like, whoa, I have something in me. It was also something which a lot of people from IIT Delhi, where I was, could not make it into. So I always used to feel I have made it to IIT, but in IIT I'm not the very smart guy. I'm just about okay. But when I was one of the few who got into IIM Ahmedabad in my batch, maybe 1 or 2 people or just a couple of people who got it at that same time, and then without work experience, I felt like, whoa, हम तो stud है boss. मतलब I may not be saying it, but कहीं ना कहीं एक अंदर आने लगा. And I think because you're coming from a place of underconfidence, the chances that you will become overconfident when something good happens is high. In fact, people say that overconfidence is also a sign of underconfidence only. So maybe it was just a manifestation. Maybe I was just underconfident and trying to be overconfident at the same time. Why am I spending so much time on this? It will play out. But I must tell you about IIM Ahmedabad, of course. So I entered IIM Ahmedabad in the year 1995 when I graduated. Wow, I'm old, as you know. But and I joined IIM Ahmedabad, and the first thing I noticed, of course, it's a very beautiful campus. If you've seen Two States, um, the movie, the initial parts where Arjun and Alia are students is actually shot at IIM Ahmedabad. In fact, it's the only Bollywood movie to have been allowed to shot there. Um, the professors there said, Chetan, we did it because of you, because you're an alumnus. So I don't know, I'm not trying to take credit and all, but okay, that's very nice, and it made the movie very special. So yeah, as you've seen in the movie, it's a beautiful campus. So you do notice the beautiful campus because it's all red brick. It's designed by this architect called Louis Khan, who had a very innovative approach to architecture. There's a lot of arches. So firstly it's all exposed brick, then there are these arches, and then even in the rooms, even in the dormitory rooms, we call it, which is the hostel rooms, which are small hostels of say 30 rooms each or something, you have exposed brick. So like there is no plaster on the walls, it's all red brick. Now I know it doesn't sound great, but it does look amazing, and with the lights, and then I was very lucky. I had dorm 18, room 1807, I still remember, and it had a tiny balcony and it faced a garden, and when I opened the door, there was red brick and green grass outside. It was very, very nice. So that was nice. I love IIT Delhi, I love my friends and teachers there, but the room in IIM Ahmedabad was better because the dorms are only 30 people, and okay, fine, that's not the main point though. What the other thing I noticed was people who had come into IIMA seemed different from the people I had in IIT Delhi. Why? A, they were older. A lot of people had come after work experience. People like me, the freshies who just finished college and entered another college and said we'll do an MBA, were fewer. I would say 20-30% of my batch was like that. And then the rest were all with some work experience, some with 2 years, 3 years, some with 5, 10 years. There were people who were married also who had come, less, but they were like people like that. So obviously sorry, I got a call. Obviously it changes, like in IIT Delhi hum sab bacche the, so we all entered at 17, so you're mad at 17, right? So I had already become less mad, hopefully I'd become 21 now, and then when you have your other batchmates who are like 23, 25, 30 even, you don't do stupid crazy things so much. You do some, but you don't do it as much, which I think I was an expert at IIT. So I think you suddenly feel like you become older, बड़े हो गए हम. जबकि IIT में मुझे फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड फोर्थ ईयर में बिल्कुल भी नहीं लगा कि हम बड़े हुए हैं, हम वही झल्ले गधे के गधे थे. बट I felt. Secondly, people used to talk more. I think again I'm stereotyping, but IIM Ahmedabad, people who get in can sit through an interview, can do a GD, can do some baatcheet. So I think I felt that the people were talking more and they were introducing themselves more, and of course everybody was feeling very good about themselves, right? The overconfidence was not just in me. Everybody felt like, my God, they've done it. Many people had not gone to an IIT before. They had gone to a normal college, but they had interesting vocax. They had done well in the CAT and in their interviews, and they had made it super proud of themselves, rightfully so. So it was that kind of culture. It was a much smaller kind of batch. My batch was 200 people, and they're only 2 years. So in MBA you have 2 years, but in IIT you have a batch of 300 and 4 years. So 300 students per batch, 1200 students. Whereas in IIM it's 200 per batch and 2 years, so 400. So it's like a much smaller setup over there. So you feel a little more exclusive as well. Mess food, same. I don't want to talk about mess food. I've heard it's improved, so good for them. But at that time, well, okay. It fed us and it had calories, so that's all okay, right? And we joined IIM, and I remember the classes began like crazy. It was a little bit like IIT Delhi first month. I think that जान के try to scare the hell out of you कि भैया तुम ऐसे मत सोचो कि मस्ती करने आए हो यहाँ पे. You have come to a very tough place, and just because you made it doesn't mean you're great. Now survive this. So they kept doing quiz after quiz, test after test, करे जा रहे हैं, and homework, assignments. We had to go to a collect our what they call case mats, which was case materials. So IIM Ahmedabad has this case method where they teach a little differently. So they will not. They will have some textbook studies. They will have some subjects can't be taught in any other way. but they have a lot of subjects which have like cases ki, you know, an organization में somebody wants leave but there is an urgent project, तो कैसे उसे handle करें. So organizational behavior or a HR subject will have a case like this, because this is a much better way to discuss in a way where people give different points of view, but it's different from your normal teaching where you say, you know, these are the 5 reasons why so and so things happen, or you know, it's not so all about hard science or things like that. So you collect these case materials to read the cases, and you are supposed to read the case before you come to class the next day, so that the teacher will say, okay, so what should Shekhar do? Now Shekhar will be the manager in the case, and he'll be facing a problem of some factory production or HR issue or you know, some finance issue, and you are supposed to answer it. And if the teacher points at you, bolo, so you have to say it. There is marks for class participation, so it's not like कि बस सो गए क्लास में और तुम्हारे हो गया. Like a subject का 20% of grade, up to 20% can be for class participation. Some places less also. And the class participation, एक जो भी प्रोफेसर आता है उसका एक रिसर्च असिस्टेंट होता है, वो क्लास में बैठता है और उसके पास सबकी फ़ोटो, मतलब एक हम सब एक ही अरेंजमेंट में बैठते हैं. Like everybody sits at the same seat alphabetically by surname in class, and then उसके बाद सबकी छोटी छोटी फोटोज़ होती थी. I'm sure it's all become electronic now, but at that time it was a printout. He had like a photocopy of everyone's name and picture, and whoever used to talk and make a point, he would, I don't know, scribble something, maybe tick if you make a good point, cross if you make a bad point. I don't know how they do it, but they at least pretended कि नाप रहे हैं class participation. We used to call it CP Giri for people who do too much class participation just for the sake of class participation without any value. That was also very different. So obviously that means the classroom was noisier than IIT Delhi, where nobody said a word because everything went over the head, and you know, just you like, okay, घर जाके पढ़ेंगे क्या पढ़ाया आज. But in IIM you have to read before class and then go and contribute in class and then go back and do some assignment, and that means you have to prepare a lot. And the case mat was distributed in one room, and every week we used to, I'm not exaggerating, we used to get like this much stack of documents, and we had to read them, and people were going super crazy. People who had come from IIT were a little better off because IIT also had these sadistic professors, and you know, we were used to कि हमारी मारी जा रही है, तो थोड़ा मतलब हमारी ज़्यादा मारी जा रही थी. पर अगर आपको आपकी हफ्ते में 3 बार लगती है और अब 5 बार लगेगी तो इट्स ओके, राइट. आप बोलोगे ठीक है, हाँ मुझे पता है, इट्स मोर ऑफ द सेम. बट जो बिल्कुल ही लाइक सिंपल मस्ती कॉलेजेस से आए थे, ओके मस्ती इज़ रॉन्ग वर्ड, बट less intense colleges, okay, let's say from Delhi University, no offense to Delhi University, it's very hard to get in, I know, I wouldn't have gotten 100% cut off and all, but I know that their system is different. They don't have this intense everyday kind of studies. They study a lot towards the exams and all, so they were going nuts. That includes Anusha, who I eventually married. I'm not going to talk about Anusha and me here. Lots have been said in books, and movies have been made literally, so this is not that, but you know, at least she would tell me that she and a lot of people who had come from, like, she was from LSR in Delhi University, so she said it's really crazy, this is, what is this stupid system? And I said, yeah, I know, but I'm used to something like this. So but it was still very hard, but I realized that I am enjoying the subjects a little more than the one in IIT. I like science. I still, you'll find me talking about science a lot, and I'm just very curious about things. For example, even corona pharma trials and vaccine trials, I've been reading about them just like that because I like it. So I like the IIT subjects sort of, but I found the IIM subjects were far more interesting to me, even though they taught at this fast forward mode. So ऐसे मज़ा नहीं आ रहा था कि जैसे मज़े ले रहे हो, but still, you know, there was, like I told you, there were labor issues, there was HR, and there was like difficult, like the case material system where there is no one answer. You know, life में कई बार होता है कि we have only so much, and where should we put this money? Should we expand the factory? Should we hire more people? I found it far more interesting. Organizational behavior, some psychology, some management, cost control. I don't know. I just liked it more than say applied mechanics and kinetic systems, and I don't even remember the material science and all these courses in IIT. My God, सोच के भी मेरी जान निकल रही है अभी. Okay, I you know, when I sometimes say these names, I dream about these courses at night, and I dream that I'm giving an exam and there is no time left and I don't know anything in the answer paper. Does that ever happen to you? Does anyone of you have bad dreams about exams? Even though I know I am not studying, कई बार रात के 2 बजे मैं उठा हूँ and I'm like, Oh my god, I'm so glad my education is over. But anyway, I wonder if all of you have also gone through that, but some of you are probably still studying. I'm sure nowadays people are having dreams of Zoom classes, which is, I don't know, strange. You can mute and unmute in your dream. I don't know. It's weird times right now. So anyway, so I enjoyed the subjects more, and I kind of was prepared, more than half the batch at least, ki this is going to be intense. This is not a joke. Just as IIT was not a joke, but for a lot of people, they had come to party कि अभी हो गया हमारा IIM में. So they first few weeks they were getting killed, and I was also getting killed, but I was liking the subjects and sort of prepared. So I was doing a little better, and I remember the first month के बाद जो quizzes and the, you know, you get the test paper results because they were doing tests every week. I did quite well, and I was like, whoa! I was getting like A minuses and B plus, some A's, 1 or 2 A pluses, and I was like, oh, ये कैसे हो गया? Because it never happened to me at IIT, but it did, you know. And maybe it was something, like I told you, I was prepared, I was liking the subjects, ye wo. And then came the boost in confidence and overconfidence. So I started doing class participation because I'm doing well in my courses. तो मुझे पता है इस क्लास को क्या पता, मैं बताऊंगा, मैं सर मैं हर चीज़ में मैं सबसे पहले खड़ा होता था अपना हाथ ऊपर करने, और सब लोग मुझे मुड़ के देख रहे होते थे. एंड वो रिसर्च असिस्टेंट भी मेरी फ़ोटो के आगे सर्कल मार के थक गया होगा कि कितना बोलता है. एंड बट यू नो दैट्स हू आई हैड बिकम. एंड समटाइम्स आई वुड से सेंसिबल थिंग्स, समटाइम्स आई वुड से completely bizarre things. Now, and the teachers tell you that that was a very dumb thing to say or very stupid thing to say, but I started saying it. Now, yes, I know that for normal people it's like ये क्या कर रहा है, but for me I think I was exploring myself. I was like बहुत हो गया ये बंद होके रहना, बहुत हो गया छुप होके रहना. I am good. I got into IIT. I got into IIM. I am doing well over here in the first month of quizzes. I am defeating people who have come from all over India, and I am doing reasonably well in my class. So I am damn good, and I am going to do class participation, and I am going to keep talking even if people are getting annoyed and irritated by me. I don't know. I was just going through that phase. What else I started doing? I am not kidding. I used to have post-it notes. That time, of course, no phones and something like that here. Those post-it notes pe I used to write, I am the best, and I know it. Why was I doing that? I don't know. But I still remember in the brick wall of IMA in my room, I would stick these notes all over. I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. I think a part of me was fighting from within, because I had become my own enemy for the first 20 years of my life, where I had judged myself. I thought to myself कि I'm not good enough, मुझसे नहीं होगा, you know, तुम रहने दो, you don't raise your hand, you don't do this, there is something wrong with you, you are flawed, you know. I don't know. So I thought, no, I can fight this, and I'm winning. So why does this stupid voice in my head keep saying that I'm not good enough? Because how much evidence does this stupid voice need? And then I realized that this voice is just stupid. It's not going to get convinced. I don't know where this comes from, and there must be some psychological reason, some childhood reason, whatever it is. But this voice will not see proof. This voice that tells me, Chetan, you are useless, Chetan, you are not good enough, is not going to see proof that you got into IIT, you got into IIM. In IIM, you're doing well. You're doing class participation and irritating the whole class. But this voice will keep telling you, you're not good enough. So I said, I'm going to counter it by having my own narrative. So I started scribbling on notes. I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best. Now, obviously, I'm trying to justify this, but you can realize how ridiculous a guy would appear if that guy is always talking in class. Yeah, he's got some decent grades, but he's also sticking notes of I'm the best. Is it a good exercise? I don't know. You guys be the judge. But when you are coming out of a deep-seated underconfidence, a deep sense of not being good, and then you battle it and you are winning the battle, and still that voice doesn't learn, you have to slap that voice. And you have to tell it, shut the beep up. I'm good, and I will show you that I'm good, and I'm going to be the best. Right? So yeah. I actually, I remember first term ended in 3 months, and I was in the top 20 there's some, all the grades you match up and you do the cumulative grade point average or whatever. I was in the top 20 of the batch. It's crazy to be in top 20 in IIM Ahmedabad, because these are Makhan Malai, cream of the country, and they have come here and there are 200 of them. I'm in the top 20. I got even more motivated by that because of those sticky notes, and I said, I'm going to do even better. And I kept doing even better, and I graduated from IIM Ahmedabad 5th. I was 5th in my batch of 200 people. The first 4 guys, my God, I know them. Even the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys, my God, how much they studied. How much, I mean, none of them had a 2 states type situation going on. I did. So I think my top 5, what would you rather have? You know, 5th in your batch of 200 with a girlfriend, or I don't know, top 3 in your batch with no girlfriend. Sorry, no offense to the toppers. They are my best friends, good friends. But I think that's a bigger achievement. But anyway, so I, like I'm telling you, now you seeing compared to my previous videos, when I talk about that time, there was this huge balloon of overconfidence happening in me, which helped also, which made me come in the top 5 of my batch, which made me do well at IIM. The one subject, of course, if you're 5th, you know that you're doing well in almost every subject. But in one subject, I'm very happy to say, I discovered I was insanely good. I did not know this about myself. And now a lot of people say that about me also. And that was marketing. I was so good. I've never, in any of the videos, I've never done my own tarif like this. But I'm telling you, I was so good at marketing that even the professor used to go like, whoa, what is he saying? And it's just crazy. And when the grades used to come, I topped. In marketing, I was number 1. And not only was I number 1, I was here. And the second guy used to be here. Like I would get an A+, and the second guy in the batch is getting a B+, or like that. It was so crazy. Other subjects, no, not so much. But there were other toppers and things like that. But in marketing, I just knew it. Every time they would say, whether it is to market a cold cream, whether it's to market anything. I remember one competition was there. It's a marketing competition in our festival, not really a classroom assignment. And it was and they used to have these crazy marketing challenges, right? So they said, how will you market bikinis to ladies Gujarati ladies in Ahmedabad? We were in Ahmedabad, and you know, there is Ahmedabad you can imagine. And they say, how will you sell bikinis to housewives in Ahmedabad? So it's a tough challenge, and people made all kinds of different ads. And I made an ad, I still remember, which was the winning entry. I said, you will not sell bikinis, you will sell swimming. Tell Ahmedabad swimming is an amazing way to exercise, amazing way to be healthy, amazing way to feel good in the summers or something like that. And encourage it. Give a list of all the swimming pools in the city, memberships. And then what? To get into the pool, you have to buy swimsuits and bikinis. So put a small mention of the brand, which brand is sponsoring this, swimwear, things like that. And that is more likely to work, because if you just randomly sell bikinis to a very conservative kind of town, it's not going to work. I don't want to, I remember this. There were so many other cases, but I'm just telling you, I used to think differently in marketing. And a lot of people tell me in books, I'm pretty good at marketing. Some people say even better than my writing. I don't care. I mean, I'm not trained to be a writer. I think my writing is also pretty good. Sorry, this is the overconfidence talking. But my marketing is damn good. Yes, it is very good. So, fine. That's a skill and that's an ability. And only if you realize that, how much important is there of marketing in life to do well, then you realize that what an amazing quality it is to have. Most people don't have it. Those are the ones who say, "Ye to sirf marketing karta hai." Normally, people who are saying to me that, yeah, he's only marketing, he's good, they usually suck at marketing. People who complain about my marketing usually suck at marketing. They wish they could market themselves. They can't, right? I also remember people asking me at that time, like, you know, there are these slam books kind of thing, what is your dream in life? One of the dreams I'd put at that time was to create a brand in India. Now, I thought I'll be creating a, I don't know, that time toothpaste brand or a milk brand or something like that, some consumer product brand, cold cream. I never thought I'll create my own brand, which, like, is something like people trust, and if your name is on it, people are willing to listen or buy that product, whatever. I ended up making it in Chetan Bhagat in books. It was my own. The brand I manage today is Chetan Bhagat. Wow, that's kind of interesting. So I am Chetan Bhagat the person, but I work for Chetan Bhagat the brand. Think about it. Yeah, interesting. Anyway, I think even Shah Rukh Khan said something like that. I'm Shah Rukh Khan the person who works for Shah Rukh Khan the actor. I also think like that sometimes. So I was good at marketing, and I realized that I'm good at this. Now that never came out in IIT. The other thing I realized was I like writing. I actually, even in IIT, I used to contribute. Like I told you, I used to make skits, plays, write in the magazine. I continued that little bit in IIM. There was very little time because it's just a small 2-year program, and it was just so crazy. But I still managed to do a couple of plays, wrote articles. I remember I started a newsletter which was like a gossipy kind of thing, and it became popular. It was difficult to produce because the computers and all had started coming, but not so easy. But I remember putting those stacks of those newsletters in the mess, and everybody would pick it up and start reading, and it had gossip and it had some news and hidden stuff, and it was just fun. And there was also a course called Written Analysis and Communication. Ask any IIM Ahmedabad person and they will smirk when you hear that course called WAC. And it's crazy. They give you, in WAC, you have to pretty much, they give you a case again, small case, and you have to write a whole report on it, like maybe 20-30 pages, and submit it at a deadline. At 1 p.m. on Saturday you have to submit. And there is this famous thing called WAC run, where people run at, say, 12:50 from their hostel to make sure they submit it on time at 1 p.m. Like literally people work on it till the last minute. And now another admission, even though I did well at IIM, in WAC, I remember one very nice, I thought I'd done an amazing job in a WAC assignment, and I got a C. Now the professor doesn't grade all those WACs because this whole batch, 200 people, 30-page report, professor won't read them. RAs read it, research assistants read it. I got a C. I didn't get C. Chetan Bhagat doesn't get C's, okay? I was like amongst the toppers. So I don't get a C. Madam, what the hell is this? And I thought I did an amazing job. She's like, no, it's too simple. Your report is written too simply. And I was wanting to bajao her and say, it's not that simple to be simple. That's the whole beauty of this report, that it's simple. Anybody can understand it. But this is the mentality in people's head in India, that good English, good writing is complicated. The more complicated it is, oh my God, so good, he writes so well, his English is so good, what words he uses. No, English is a language to communicate. It is for me to tell you what I am going through in my head should come in your head. If I do that well, then it's good English. What the hell is this? His English so good, it's a complicated report he wrote. I said, ma'am, you're wrong. She's like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you more than a C, but I think you lack writing and communication skills. I want to see that woman's face today. I want to see that woman's face every time she sees my book at #1 on the bestseller list. I want to see that woman's face when she sees that I am the highest selling English language writer in history, and I communicate through my columns more than any other columnist in the country. Madam, remember you gave me a C. Okay, why am I being so mean? I don't know. So that's the other thing. I realized I was good at marketing. I liked writing, I enjoyed writing, but that's not what the institute was not telling me that. The institute was telling me I'm good at marketing, fine. And that was something new to me, and I believed it. But they were telling me I'm not that good at writing, because in their heads, and that's what actually when I came to the scene of writing, when 5 Point Someone came out, we'll talk about it in later videos, but it was the same, right? Complicated writing, heavy writing is good English writing in India. That's what they think, and I broke that. That is what I broke, and that is why I'm known for who I am. So that is what I felt in my bout of overconfidence, that she's stupid. So isn't it good to be overconfident? Because if I was underconfident, if I was the same Chomulal of the group discussion fame in my IIM interview, long video 5, you can check, then I would have been mayus, and I would have never written again. And therefore I'd be probably working somewhere in a corporate now, from home, doing 25 Zoom calls a day, work from home and trying to show that I'm productive and sucking up to a boss, and thank God I don't have to do that. But if I had believed that then, but I didn't believe her, because I realized that she doesn't even understand what communication means, but she's judging a course called communication, and I'm not here to teach her. I swear if she had not given me that C, I may have been rank 4 or whatever. I don't know. Forget it. I do remember I said it's VAC, maybe मैं अच्छा grade लाके ही रहूँगा. I remember there was a final VAC project, which is 30-40% of the whole subject, and I did it with the group. That was a group project, so my whole group did it, and I kind of gave the idea of did it on Medha Patkar. Medha Patkar was this Narmada Bachao Andolan activist at that time, very big. Even now people know her. And I remember we did a whole report, and our conclusion was she is not going to be so relevant later on, because she's only focused on one issue. She has to make Narmada Bachao Andolan as NBA Inc. Find more social causes. Otherwise, she just sticks to one cause. It's going to be lost. She's very big now, but she won't be big later. That's exactly what happened. She didn't listen to us. We did send her a report. But my whole group wrote the report. I kind of decorated it. I knew what the hell these RAs are looking for. I cracked the code on them. And I got an A+ on that report. Fine. So, अब मेरी writing अच्छी होगी. So, sometimes people don't know. And you have to have that. And I think it's better to be a little overconfident. So, I think I learned that I'm good at writing. And I learned I'm damn good at marketing. I said, okay, marketing I'm good at. So, I am going to do a marketing job. Right? In MBA, people have this finance कर रहे हो, marketing कर रहे हो, क्या कर रहे हो, right? So I thought कि I'll do a marketing career. So I said okay. So I did this thing called summer training. Like I told you long back, if you've seen my earlier IIT videos, I talk about my summer training at Cadbury's. In IIM also you do a summer training. At the end of first year in the summer vacation, you do a summer training. So I had a fascination for, I thought I like doing creative things. You know, I make skits, I write, and I like marketing. So I should try to do an internship in an advertising agency. Now, advertising agencies aren't the most in-demand things in an MBA thing. The most in-demand are banks, consulting firms, and then maybe some marketing firms, and then ad agencies. Like, you know, we had this placement system, same as there in summers, day 0, day 1, day 2, day 3. So, the most sought after companies come on day 0, फिर जिनका वहाँ हो जाता है वो out हो जाते हैं placement से, फिर बाकियों का. It's a way to make sure everybody gets a job. So advertising agencies were not in the top, but I thought I should do there, even though I was one of the toppers. So everybody said, no, you can do day 0, day 1, but that much confidence I had in me that I want to try this. So another thing I want to tell you, not everything is what the world ranks it, and that comes with confidence, right? I said I want to do an advertising company, so that was coming on day 5 or day 6, where that means one of the lowest in the priority list of all the companies IIM got. But I said, no, I want to do this. So that much confidence I had. I was the only top 10 candidate. So I just went into that IIM interview of summer interview of Lintas, and they said, क्या हुआ? बीमार हो गए थे पिछले कुछ दिन. I said, no, this is my dream internship. It was in Lintas, and they said, okay, done. I said, sir, interview तो ले लो. कहते नहीं, nobody of your rank has even applied. So आ जाओ बस. So I did it. I did it in Mumbai. I stayed at Wilson College Hostel. The pay was pathetic, 1,500 rupees a month, which was very low even by those standards. The banks were paying 5,000, 10,000, which was, you know, respectable. You could eat. 1,500, you had to, you know, eat on the street at least a couple of times a week. Bada pav had to be part of the equation, nahi to you couldn't survive. I did the internship. I was in a room with a lot of people who are interns. Some of the interns in an ad agency are MBAs, and some of the interns are creative interns. Those who make ads, those who make drawings, those things, and we were all in one room. So it was a lot of fun for me to sit in that room. And I was the marketing trainee, so my job was to do a survey on Pepsodent. There was a toothpaste called Pepsodent. पता करो कि this, you know, Pepsodent का एक children's version हो तो कैसा होगा, something like that it was. And but in my room there were also trainees whose job was to create jingles, 5-star ki jingles. You know, it's got crunchy inside or sort of soft, whatever. I would enjoy contributing to them also. It was nothing to do with my MBA. There was some people who were drawing, and I used to like that also. I realized I like creative things. And obviously, as an MBA from IIM, nobody saw you as creative. IIT, IIM, creative, oh, theek hai, you know, whatever. they sent me to do a survey. I remember roaming around the streets of Mumbai in Ghatkopar, Tardev, finding housewives to talk to me about their children's toothbrushing habits. Yep, that was quite an exciting assignment. No, it was not. And nobody talks to you. In the heat of summer, you're going, this young guy going knocking door, the Darban won't let you in. So what I would do, I remember, I out of the 1500 rupees I had, I took 100 rupees and bought Parle Ji ke biscuits. And every house I'd knock, I'd first show the 2 biscuits and said, I'm doing a survey. If you answer me, I'll give you these 2 biscuits. The survey will take 10 minutes. My conversion rate changed. Bina biscuit ke 1 in 10 agreed. With the biscuits, 5 in 10 agreed. Marketing, I told you, I'm good at marketing. So that was my promotional budget. I managed to do my survey. I did my whole thing, internship. I presented a report and I sat down with my boss, who was also from IIM Ahmedabad. And last day, I still remember, he took me to a pub in Mumbai. I don't know, I think it was called Raspberry Rhinoceros or whatever, the name doesn't matter, but I remember he took me like last day, chal bhai aaja. And I thought he's going to give me a briefing कि मैंने कैसे किया, क्या किया. And you know, normally when you do an internship in IIM, if you do well, they offer you a job and they say you have a job from us, and then next year you don't have to do placement. You just say मेरी तो लग गई भैया नौकरी हो गया. So that's the kind of ritual, and that's kind of considered a compliment when they want you to come and stay. So he took me to Raspberry Rhinoceros, which, you know, that's the whole ad agency thing. We'll go for a beer, will not just be like a bank. They will not take you like that so much. So I went, and then he said, "Acha, theek hai, I saw your Pepsodent survey. It's good. Client liked it. Ye wo. And in terms of work, you're welcome to come and work here next year. Lekin that is me talking as a Lintas employee to an intern. But can I tell you something as your senior from IIM? Can I tell you something as your friend?" I said, "Tell me." He said, "भाग जा, तू भाग जा यहाँ से, तू पागल हो जाएगा, मत आ प्लीज़, ये बड़ी गंदी जगह है, यहाँ पे पैसे नहीं मिलते, ठीक है, तू देख रहा है तुम्हारी लोएस्ट इंटर्नशिप में अलाउंस है बाकी सबसे, तू कोई ऐड बनाएगा, बढ़िया से बढ़िया ऐड होगी ना, तेरे सीनियर वो कैंपेन का क्रेडिट छीन लेगा." I didn't know these things happen in life, in companies, but some of you who may work in companies know that people steal credit, people are mean, people are like, "Hey, सारा दिन बैठ के तू font adjust करता रहेगा, ये वो करता रहेगा, मुझे लगता है तेरे में कुछ है." I didn't, 2 months is not enough time, but there is something in the way you think, something in the way you innovate, even the way you did the survey, whether you gave biscuits, whether you made the report, whether you hung out with the creative people, how you were contributing. A lot of the jingles the creative people did, they said that, you know, they were working with me and did it. So please do something more with your life. Get the hell out of here. हो गया तेरा ad agency. Never look back here if you ask me as a friend. But as a Lintas manager, welcome to Lintas. Next year you are most welcome. अब बताओ, इस confusion में मैं अपनी internship करके आया. लोगों ने पूछा कैसी गई आपकी internship? I had no idea. But something of his warning me stayed with me. कि यार ये सही कह रहा है शायद. And I think that's why I'm really, really happy I did an internship in ad agency, because I realized that this is not for me and I'm meant for something else. I may even say better for me. I'm not judging it down, but it's something. And if I had not done that internship, I had straight away gone for that job. Maybe I would have taken a job there. Fine. फिर भी मेरे को ये नहीं समझ आता मैं करूँ क्या ad agency नहीं. तो मैंने कहा okay fine, but करूँगा तो marketing ही, because that's what I'm good at. So I'm going to join a marketing thing. And then some people said, no, you are very good at everything. You can do maths and you can do writing, you think and this, that. So, and you are one of the toppers. So why don't you apply to the consulting firms? Because I was, at that point I was like, finance and banking, ये सब तो मैं मुनीम जी वाले काम मैं नहीं कर सकता. पता नहीं ऐसे कुछ समझ नहीं थी. But they said, okay, do consulting. That is sort of like marketing, but like you get to talk and communicate and you know. Okay, fine. And you're one of the toppers. So you must apply, because they only take toppers. I remember the top job at that time in my campus was McKinsey & Company. There's a top consulting firm in the world, very hard to get into. They normally only take from the top 10. They don't go, maybe they'll take one guy in the top 20, but like 80-90% of their hires are in the top 10 of the batch, grades wise. And I told you I was ranked 5, so okay, give it a shot. And my profile was थोड़ा different because everybody else was more finance oriented, I was more marketing oriented. And I remember my McKinsey interview, and there was this partner who had come. I can't use curse words in this video because YouTube doesn't like it. And I don't know the soft curse words because मैं IIT से हूँ और दिल्ली से हूँ. But जो भी गालियाँ मैं उस आदमी को देना चाहता हूँ, मैं देना चाहता हूँ. I don't even remember that idiot's name. But he was so arrogant and he was so बदतमीज़ and he was like acting like he owns the company McKinsey whereas he was an employee. But he's like, what we look for, and you seem to like. I don't remember, but I remember I had many rounds of interviews and I kept clearing. But the final round was this one partner who had first come to do the pre-placement talk in campus. मेरे को तब भी वो अच्छा नहीं लगा था आदमी. मेरे को लगा था इतना क्या हीरो बन रहा है ये. पर सबने कहा McKinsey अच्छी कंपनी है अपनी. मैंने कहा चल ये थोड़ा कंपनी चला रहा है, ज्वाइन कर लेते हैं. और लास्ट इंटरव्यूज चमन लाल के साथ था. And I didn't like him because I don't like arrogant, proud people. Especially when they're proud for no freaking reason. Anyway, even if you have a reason, you should not be like that. तो मेरी खटक जाती है उनसे जो ऐसे फूफा इंग्लिश, remember I spoke about in the earlier videos, yeah, we like to do this, इतनी क्या फेंक रहा है. You help companies do better ना, सीधी बात कर. Ultimately वही करते. सीधी बात, नो बकवास, जो बाद में ऐड बनी है वो मेरा शुरू से ही मोटो रहा है. पर इन कई लोगों को ऐसा लगता है गोल मोल बोलेंगे तो ज़्यादा इंप्रेसिव साउंड करेंगे. तो मेरी उससे थोड़ी मतलब इतनी सेटिंग बनी नहीं. एंड like I told you, I'd worked very hard on my confidence and on telling myself that I'm the best, I'm good. Because he reminded me of the past, the people, these Foofa English guys who make me feel small. In that interview, he managed to get me. He punctured me. He managed to puncture a hole in my thing, and he reminded me of the times where I used to feel underconfident, and for those 15 minutes, I became underconfident again. I didn't get it. And everybody was expecting me to get in because I was this cool guy, marketing guy, and मेरा नहीं हुआ. And उसके बाद I remember a lot of job interviews soon after that. Other consulting firms were there. Because I was so shocked and traumatized by that McKinsey experience, I messed up 5 more interviews in 5 good consulting firms, BCG, Booz Allen, all these firms. And I didn't know what to do. And I remember there was one smallish bank based in Hong Kong called Peregrine Fixed Income. Sorry. And it was kind of like an upcoming bank. And there was this one guy who's still my friend. His name is Jaideep Krishna. And he came for the pre-placement talk of that. And I say, he was so cool. He was also dressed up well and that, but he was not an arrogant prick like the guy in the McKinsey interview. He was just cool. He said, who wants to make a lot of money? Because the only reason you'll join us is to make a lot of money. I don't want to say we are doing this, we are changing the world. The reason why people join investment banks is to make money. And I can tell you, I will help you make money. I just loved that straight honesty about him. तो मैंने उस जॉब के लिए अप्लाई कर दिया था. I didn't really think I'll ever go to a bank, but just to meet him and just like चलो करते हैं जाके. And मैंने किया, and as expected, I had an interview with him, and he was the most straight talking guy ever, and I was a straight talking guy. And I don't like the bullshit that people do in corporate interviews. कि I want to join your company because I want to be Mother Teresa number 5 and you are the Mother Teresa and you are Florence Nightingale. What bullshit? आपका पैकेज अच्छा लगा सर. I want to make money, I want to get rich. I don't want to stay poor. I grew up poor, I don't want to be poor. ये किसी को बोलो तो जॉब नहीं देगा. But this guy loved it. He said good. And he gave me an offer. I had a job in finance in Hong Kong. I'd messed up all my consulting interviews, which I thought I will become. But I had a job in finance. Job was in Hong Kong. I then got a marketing job also. I got a job in Unilever, which is a good marketing job. But there was something in me that struck. Ki Unilever will also be a lot like Lintas. Because Lintas is basically was created like an ad agency to Unilever. In fact, Lintas is Lever International एडवर्टाइजिंग सर्विसेज, ऐसे ही कुछ नाम है लिंटास का, पहले फुल फॉर्म था, नाउ दे डू एवरीथिंग, अदर कंपनीज ऑल्सो, बट दैट्स हाउ इट वाज क्रिएटेड. सो आई जस्ट फेल्ट पता नहीं, एंड मेरे अंदर एक चुल आ गया कि आई विल गो टू हांगकॉन्ग, आई वांट टू गो आउट ऑफ इंडिया एंड सी क्या होता है. सो पेरिग्रीन गेव मी अ जॉब. I was quite shattered when I didn't get into the consulting jobs. But this guy Jaideep Krishna said, आजा मज़े आएंगे वहाँ पे. I said, चलो मज़े करते जाके. So I took up a job in Peregrine, not ever thinking I'll have a career in finance. Not ever thinking anything like that. But just because something about that Lintas guy warning stuck with me. Peregrine was paying a lot better. That time the offer was for $50,000 a year, which is a lot of money at that time. I mean, I think rupee was, I don't know, that was like 18-20 lakhs a year, whereas Unilever was 2 lakhs a year, and the banks were 3-4 lakhs a year, and McKinsey was 5 lakhs a year. Of course, these were all India based, so you can't really compare. But I said, chalo, thode paise banayenge. And I told you, I never grew up with money. We always had money problems when I was growing up. And chalo, घूम के आएंगे. And अगर नहीं हुआ तो फिर देखी जाएगी. So I said, okay. And I took up a job with Peregrine Fixed Income. This was the year 1997. I graduated in March and I had to join in June, and so that's what the joining date was. And around the June 97, 10 days after I joined, something called the Asian financial crisis started in 1997. You can Google and see. It was the bursting of the bubble of the investment banking in Asia, and chaos happened 10 days after that. But that's not this video because I've already reached 46 minutes. So I'm going to quickly wind this up and give you some lessons from my IIM. Biggest one, you have to find the voice within that keeps telling you you're not good enough and fight it. It doesn't listen to logic. It will sort of listen. When you keep making achievements, that voice will become low in volume, but it will never fully go away. And it never fully went away for me. I had to fight it by writing post-it notes. I had to fight it. I ended up becoming overconfident. I'm not proud of it. I don't think I was behaving in the best way possible. And it could still be punctured. And that's how the consulting interviews went bad. So the lesson is to fight that voice of underconfidence. Lesson is better to be little overconfident than underconfident. Lesson is sometimes people will recognize your achievements like in marketing, but sometimes people don't know your abilities like in writing for me. Sometimes you think what you want is not what you want, like it was advertising for me. The key is to keep changing. Sometimes things will not go your way even if you think you deserve it. I was a topper, but I couldn't crack my consulting interviews. Sometimes unexpected things happen, like Peregrine, which was finance, and I never thought I'll work in finance. I had decent grades in finance because I was in the top 5, so, but not really thought I would do it. But frankly, it was a very good decision in retrospect, which we'll talk in the further videos. Not immediately though, because immediately after I joined my company, the Asian financial crisis started, and the company was, which I started working in, was close to getting bankrupt. What happened there? Next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you were here till now, I love you. Like, subscribe, comment, ghanti, please do it. It encourages. And thank you so much for being there. Stay safe, be healthy, take care.